Okay, if you have oily skin like me and you have acne prone skin, you have sensitive skin, then this is the skincare routine for you.
That sounds so not like me.
This is going to be my first official video. It's going to be on my summer skincare routine, so let's get started. Obviously, during your skincare routine, you start with washing your face. So the first thing that I use is the Origins Zero Oil Deep Pore Cleanser with salt, palmetto, and mint. Now, I love this cleanser, not only for the smell, because it smells amazing. It smells just like the store. If you've ever been into the Origin store, you know how good it smells. It smells like a big jar of lavender. But I use the Zero Oil Deep Pore Cleanser as my facial wash. Now, I do use this year round, but during the summer, it is my favorite, and I do not use anything else versus the winter, where sometimes I'll kind of switch back and forth between this cleanser and like some other cleansers that I have. But this one is great. It lasts a really long time. It lasts about 6 months, but you have to use it sparingly. I use about a dime size amount because with this product, a little goes a long way. Once you work the product into your skin and it's mixed in with a little bit of water, it gets very, very foamy. So again, you just enough to work the product in. Another thing that I suggest while using this product is using a Clarisonic brush or maybe like a washcloth that has a little bit of texture to it, because I also like to exfoliate with that cleanser, if that makes any sense. Because I notice that my face looks really, really nice when I use it with a brush or when I use it with a washcloth to exfoliate with. So awesome, awesome, awesome. And I love this product. But that leads into my next thing. If I can find it. Hold on. So I am back and I have the Trader Joe's Spa Natural Facial Cleansing Pads. Now I use this as a toner. It has tea tree oil in it. I use it right after I cleanse my face with the Origin Zero Oil Cleansing Gel. I use about 1 pad. The pads are textured. They have witch hazel, a lot of different oils like flower oil, chamomile oil, lemongrass oil. It has some ginger in it. And it's also organic, which is the bonus. Now, you can also use this as kind of like a midday refresher. I will say if I've been outside all day, I will take one of the facial cleansing pads and just kind of, go over my face with it, kind of to refresh my face if it feels like dirty or just kind of oily, and reapply a little bit of moisturizer and I'm good to go. But I know that if you are not by water or, you need a quick little cleanup of your skin, this is a really good product and I love it. And the witch hazel is good if you have acne prone skin. With acne prone skin, it's very important to keep your skin bacteria free, and the witch hazel is what combats that bacteria. It kills all the bacteria on your skin, and the tea tree oil also helps with excess oil and the bacteria as well. So this is one of my favorite products because it has so many different purposes, meaning as using it for a toner and using it as just kind of like a refresher. My next toner that I use, but I use this at night, it is the 100% Pure Mint White Tea Toner, and it's for normal to oily skin. Now this toner is a little bit lighter and it has a much lighter scent. It's very refreshing. It smells a lot like flowers. It's 100% natural and 100% vegan, so that is a big, big, big bonus for me. Now I don't use in the daytime because I don't think it's quite strong enough in the daytime for me, because it does not have the witch hazel, and the witch hazel is important, and that's what I need to keep my skin under control. But if you don't have acne prone skin and you only have oily skin, this is a good replacement for the cleansing pads if they are a little bit too strong for your skin. But for me, nothing is really too strong for me, but this is better to use at night versus the daytime. The next thing is moisturizing, and moisturizing is so crucial and so important to skin health. A lot of people I know kind of skip that step. I don't, and what's even more important is a moisturizer with SPF during the day. Now, as a black woman, and as a black woman with darker skin, I understand the woes. I was running through the 6 with my walk. You know how that shit go. You know how that shit go. Kind of tint or like blue tint on your skin. It is not a good look. Nobody has time for that. Like, I get it. The Murad Oil Control Mattifier with SPF 15 is like my holy grail of all my skincare products. I swear by this. I will say that it is a little expensive. It's about 40 bucks, but if you use it sparingly and you take the attitude of a little goes a long way, it will last you a while. I purchased this moisturizer in January and I still have half the tube left, so it's so worth it. It keeps your face very matte throughout the day. I know a couple people that use this as a primer before they apply their makeup, so that's a bonus. And it has a couple of active ingredients that also help to combat acne. Like this moisturizer is such a good moisturizer. It's definitely worth the $40. You can pick it up at Ulta, and I believe Sephora carries it as well. And I think you can also find it on Amazon, but I will have all the products that I'm talking about today listed in the description box below and where you can purchase them. My favorite out of everything that I've been using this summer has to be the Aztec Secret Indian Healing Clay. This stuff is amazing. It is amazing. It's actually bentonite clay, and how it works is you mix it with equal parts of water, or you can use apple cider vinegar. I tried it with both. For me, what works better is using it with water. If I use it with apple cider vinegar, it's a little bit too strong, and I ended up having peeling skin afterwards. So if your skin is sensitive, I would not recommend using it with the apple cider vinegar. I know some people do use it with apple cider vinegar and they love their results, but for me personally, my best results are with the water. And I also will add about a teaspoon of honey as well into the clay. I will say when you are mixing this clay, you cannot use metal utensils. So you cannot use no metal bowls, no metal spoons. It's best to use glass or plastic. Typically I mix my bentonite clay in a small mason jar because I also want to make enough where I don't have to keep mixing it every time I use it. But I mix it in a small mason jar with some water, and then I add about a teaspoon of honey, and then I just put it all over my face after it's been cleaned, of course, and let it sit for about 10 minutes. It will harden. It gets really, really hard, and it's so weird because like you can't move your face at all. Like I remember one time I was using it, I was trying to smile and I couldn't. I don't know, but anyways, it gets really, really hard, and you can also feel your face pulsating. And it's the weirdest thing. And when it was happening, I thought I was having a reaction, but I was okay. Like my skin wasn't freaking out. It was doing what it was supposed to do, which I like because it also signifies that it's working. Like that's how I know that it's actually working. So it is a great mask to use during the summer. I used it during the winter a couple times, and I find that it may be a little too drying for my skin during the winter. And I need more of a gentle mask or more of a hydrating moisturizing mask. This mask gives you like that deep clean feeling after you rinse it off, and it's also supposed to pull all the toxins out of your pores. So in the summertime, it is the best thing in the world. I do it about once a week. I know some people may do it once every 2 weeks or once a month, but once a week works for me. I don't have any complaints. So best mask ever. And the next thing that I use, the most simplest of products, will have to be water. Now, water is your best friend for #1 hydration, keeping your skin supple, and keeping the vibrance and that glow, that natural glow. I notice when I go a period of time without drinking water, my skin starts to look a little bit more dull and it doesn't feel as moisturized as when I have my days where I'm drinking water consistently throughout the day and every day. So water is your best friend when you want that beautiful summer glowy skin. And also working out. I notice that when I exercise, and it doesn't even have to be for like an hour or an hour and a half. It can be 20 minutes of a good exercise that will get your body moving, your heart rate up, get you sweating. When I sweat, after I shower and rehydrate and refuel my body, I find that my skin looks its best after one of my sweat sessions, which I will have a video on. But sweating and drinking water to me is when my skin looks its best. Because if you think about it, sweating, your body's pushing out all of the dirt and the oil and like filth and grime that you get from the air. It's pushing all of that out, which is why it's so important to also wash your face as soon as you work out. And if you're not able to wash your face immediately after you work out, I always will use my Trader Joe's cleansing pads to kind of just wipe down my face and get all that dirt and sweat off. And my face just looks amazing and thanks me for it. So, yes. But that concludes my skincare routine. I hope you guys like it. I hope that it helps anybody out there that deals with oil and acne. Believe me, I know what it feels like to have problem skin. I have been dealing with problem skin since middle school. It has gotten better since I've gotten older, but I also have to make sure I'm really on top of the things that I put in my body and the things that I use on top of my skin. I will have all of the products listed in the description box below, and I also will have a blog post on all the products that I use in my routine that goes into a little bit more detail, and I will link my blog also in the description box as well. So yay, this was my first video. I hope you guys liked it. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to ask me. Comment in the comment box, give me suggestions, feedback, whatever it is. I'm so open to criticism and just improving and making my channel just something enjoyable. I just want to help. I want to help people. I want people to come to my channel and find information that is helpful to them, and you know, I could use all the advice and suggestions that I can get. So thank you guys for watching, and please don't forget to like and subscribe, and visit my blog at hermonday.com, and bye.